First up, Benfica winger Zivkovic.
Good pronunciation there. Well
yeah,
done.
Thank you very much. Been practicing. Just let us know what's going on with him.
Basically, he's been linked with Everton, I think, quite a bit over the past 18 months or so. Fairly sporadic. There's been talk in the past that he was keen on a move to Everton. Everton have been watching him, but they were put off a bit by a £31 million asking price. Latest reports today say that he could be looking to actually tear up his contract with Benfica because he's barely played this season. I don't actually think he's made an appearance. The reports over in Portugal say that Benfica aren't going to consider that, but they will let him go out either permanently or on loan. So it looks like his time in Portugal could be coming to an end.
How likely do you think him tearing up his contract will be?
You rarely see it with these top players at top clubs, so I think a loan or a permanent transfer is more likely, especially when you've got Euro 2020 on the horizon. It's that time of year, isn't it, when players are always looking to the international tournament, wanting to leave to get clubs so they can start playing. So it will be highly likely that will move on. But then, is he really going to go to Everton? Like, they didn't make the move for him. They went and spent similar money on Alex Iwobi. Granted, Bernard's injured at the moment, but they've got a lot of attacking midfielders at the moment, so it's maybe a player that I've looked at in the past and decided to pass on.
And one rumour that has a little bit of substance, Everton could recall out of favour loanee Virginia, goalkeeper Virginia.
Yeah, this is courtesy of Phil Kirkbride this morning. Basically, he's dropped down the pecking order at Reading. I think he's now third choice. He's barely played 3 appearances so far this season.
Not having the best time, is he?
Yeah, he's not having the best time. Reading have had a change of manager, so it was a Portuguese manager who brought him in. Since the change, he's not had a sniff at all. And there is a limited window in January where Everton could look to recall him. I think this week we've seen rumours saying Martin Stecklenburg could be on the move, so maybe that links him with there. Everton could recall him, have him third choice for the rest of the season, or they could try and find another move for him there, but there's no point keeping him at Reading where he's not even making the bench.
And the final one, a rumour that has been doing the rounds over the past couple of days. Moise Kean, he's made the headlines for all the wrong reasons the past couple of days. Just let us know what's going on with him. He's been linked with a move back to Serie A, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's not really happened for him yet, has it, at Everton? And with these young players, you always expect them to take a little time to settle at clubs. But then when they take a little time to settle at clubs, they always get linked to a return to where they've come from. And this week we've seen Sampdoria and Roma both be linked with his services. I think AC Milan have had interest reported for quite a few weeks now as well. And it's one of those where he's obviously a talented player, because it's not as though AC Milan and Roma are bad clubs. Even Sampdoria, they're an established Serie A team, struggling for goals a bit at the moment. But the interesting line here is they're looking for loan deals rather than permanent deals. So that's just 2 and 2, isn't it? Trying to guess, Everton won't want to let him go because they spent that much money on him. But if these clubs still value him as a player, then Everton have still got a player on their hands. They've just got to wait for him to be a bit patient with him, trying to find his feet. And I think it's too early to say Everton will give up on him. There's been so much chopping and changing from Marco Silva this season. Like, Cenk Tosun's just got back in the team. Calvert-Lewin's another young player. It's waiting for someone to go and really grab that opportunity. Tosun wasn't sold in the summer because Everton's attacking options were slim. Are they really going to want to move on someone they spent so much money on and invested on as part of this project when they don't have many alternatives?
And just to be clear, that the key one is a rumour, but we still understand that he's still going to be an Everton player for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. It wasn't as though he was left out of the squad at the weekend because there's been a big falling out or anything. He's just been late for a team meeting a couple of times. That's something you again see with young players. He just needs to find his feet, doesn't he? Marco Silva will want to get the best out of him. Marcel Brands will want to see a return on this investment, and you've got to be patient with these young players. There's obviously a talent there. We've seen it, all the clips and stuff from him at Juventus last season. You don't go and spend 30 odd million on a player who's just a flash in the pan. He is going to be a good talent. You just got to wait for him to settle in English football.